Have you ever wanted to tell a story, but you didn't know where to start? I guess it's best to start at the beginning, so here goes. My whole life, I've been an explorer, going on many adventures all over the US and Canada, but I've never filmed them. As a professional photographer and filmmaker, I have filmed many people, but never myself. So I set out this morning to one of the most beautiful and remote locations in Utah for the first time to document my adventure. I've been driving for the past 4.5 hours to be in the middle of nowhere, a rough, dusty dirt road in the desert of southern Utah, in a place called Escalante. I'm going to hike into slot canyons, ride my motorcycle to as many places as I can find, and on the final night, backpack to Sunset Arch to camp for the night and take and hopefully get an amazing star-lapse video with the arch in the background. I set up my base camp miles from many campers, so if anything goes wrong, I'm on my own. I have never been here before, so this is truly a new adventure. So after a great night's sleep, it was time to make some breakfast. But first I found a little surprise. This is why you gotta check all your stuff. This guy is in my glove. Would you like to wake up to that in your hand? I have an orange every single day. Great vitamin C. And that's it, camp breakfast. Oh, so good. Let me try this. It's like thick pieces of bacon, this Hillshire Farm sausage. After a very filling breakfast, it was time to get going on my adventure to the Bighorn and Zebra Tunnel slot canyons. The road is extremely bumpy or sandy, both, depending on where you ride it. I don't know which I like worse. But what a beautiful area. Couldn't have asked for better weather today. Going to the Bighorn Canyon, Slot Canyon, and then if I have time after that, I'm going to the Zebra Tunnel slots as well. Okay, we want to go right. For a straight dirt road, this road is so rough. It was tearing up my Jeep coming in. My motorcycle's doing a lot better with it, but Man, it is loose sand, dirt, and bumps. I got a glimpse of some people on horses, it looks like, from a distance. They must be doing a trail ride out here. But it looks like the exact spot I'm going to. I don't want to be following that. Oh no, just cattle farmers. After a 1-hour ride from my base camp, I arrived at the start of the Bighorn Canyon trailhead. The trail is an easy 6-mile there and back hike, walking through a fairly level wash with almost no shade until you reach the slots. The first half of the hike is not very scenic, except for the many beautifully colored rocks lying in the sand of the wash. Further in, it gets very scenic with unique red rock formations carved out of the sandstone cliffs by wind and water and time. The slots themselves are stunning and well worth the hike. Just make sure to bring lots of water, as there are no water sources along the way. We are at the beginning of the Bighorn Canyon trailhead. It took me a lot longer to get here than I thought it would, because the road speed limit is 40 miles an hour, but you can only go about 25 miles an hour with all the bumps, sand, and everything else on it. So I made it, finally. And at the beginning, we're going to see how this goes. All right, just ran into a couple who told me where to go. Basically, I'm going to follow this riverbed down to a fence, and there's going to be some rocks that tell me which direction to go under the fence. So let's see if that works out. This is what I'm talking about, this kind of greenish, almost looks like geyser water, a river. But I can see I'm back on a trail again. So that's good news, I'm not lost. All Trails really helps out a lot, man. I downloaded the offline maps, and it's working really well so far, as long as I get there. Riverbed are so colored and so varied. It's just amazing. Your rock collector's dream in here. Look at this, in just this spot here, how many different colored rocks are there and types. It really is incredibly beautiful out here. Wish I could ride my motorcycle. Unfortunately, not allowed. Probably for the better. Maybe. Alright, I think this is the rock formation that they call the cruise ship. So I'm about halfway there. Kind of does look like a cruise ship. Amazing. Like windows on it and the bow of the boat. That's just awesome. All right, I could see the arrow that you were talking about. Somebody was nice enough to put the rocks, because if you go that direction, that's probably the wrong direction, which is why they put sticks and stuff like that to go underneath the fence. So I guess I want to go this way. Hopefully it's right. So this is where the left hand and right hand of the slot canyons separate. So if you go left, you get into the shorter version. You go to the right, you get the longer version. I'm going to do both. So we're going to start with the left hand version right over here. I already had to stop and empty out all the sand from my shoes and rocks and everything else. But the views here are well worth the hike. And it's not even really that bad, it's just too windy right now. I want to fly my drone, but worried that might not be a good idea. Definitely would not want to be here if a storm was coming. Problem is, you don't know when a storm's coming, because a storm can come miles away and flood this in just a few minutes, and you don't have a lot of time to get out. Carry my camera in front of me because it's so narrow, my shoulders barely fit through here. Oh wow, look at this. So cool. Still open. All right, I made it to the end of the left fork of the slot, because I could see on my all trails that it doesn't go any further, or just a tiny bit. But wow, it's like a whole other world here. It still is going. I left my tripod and camera back there. Interesting. I think it's going to get to a point where it's too narrow. Maybe right in here. Yeah. Okay, it did come to an end. It had been a beautiful hike to the Bighorn Slot Canyon, but it was getting late, so I decided to bypass the second Bighorn Slot and head back to my motorcycle to get to the Zebra Tunnel trailhead. Ah, shit. I think I'm gonna have to find a new place to sleep.